Good day, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. I am of course Akaflos, and today we are going to be taking a look at the Path of Champions in Legends of Runeterra. We are going to be doing the 4 Star Targon Campaign against Aurelion Sol, and we're going to be doing today's adventure with Diana. So Diana is the final champion that I need to get a victory with, as you can see from here. Once I'm done with her, I'm going to get a completion for the entire campaign. But don't worry, however, once we're done with this, we are going to revisit this with other champions and explore and see as well as learn how certain champions operate in this particular campaign. But for now, like I've said, we are going to go with Diana. So the reason why I picked Diana here today is because, first of all, she is a really aggressive champion, and I think she's kind of easy to use, in my opinion at least, and you'll see why. So let me just quickly go over the star powers first. Outcast Edge 2, allies have Nightfall, grant me +2/+0, and quick attack. If I already have quick attack, grant me double attack instead. Twilight Offering, +1 starring mana. When you play your first card each round, refill 1 mana. So these two are really good. The Twilight Offering is a insane power to have because it's practically a mana gem in some ways, in some degree. The Outcast Edge 2 will give Diana a double attack instead of a quick attack because, you know, she already has quick attack, and when we trigger her on Nightfall, we have an extra +2/+0, and quite frankly, we are going to be consistently triggering her Nightfall. Yeah, this could also be very beneficial for other units, essentially. Other units and other champions that we pick up that might have quick attack, so we're going to keep an eye out for that as well. But in terms of the champion level, this is the probably most striking contrast here. So in all my other runs that I've done here on the channel, every champion is either at level 25 or above. But for Diana here, we are going in at a level 20. And I think, at least I believe it is, level 20 should be the magic number here for Diana, because all we really need is the Hero's Welcome, the Game Start Droid champion. The rest of it shouldn't really matter, because the way we set up to play her should be able to basically win the Aurelion Sol battle before it even gets that deep. So hopefully I got that correctly, and hopefully, you know, I predict correctly, because I have not actually tried the run yet. But anyway, in terms of the relics, I am going with a Gale Force as well as a Troll King's Crown here. Now, I think some of you experienced players might already know what is the strategy here, but for those of you newer players, I'm just going to quickly go over the mechanics, if you will. So what I'm going to do is really, with the Gale Force, we will get a Scout as well as a Round End Recall Me. I am not too concerned about a Round End Recall Me, even though it has its uses, because what we can do is we can keep bringing on Diana and activate her Nightfall, and as well as get Challenger, but I'm more interested in the Scout. The Scout will allow us a double attack at least twice, provided we bring her on a Nightfall. That way the quick attack converts to a double attack, and the Troll King's Crown will give every ally Overwhelm, and this is going to be really important as well, because essentially when we attack with an Overwhelm, when a double attacking unit attacks with an Overwhelm, what's going to happen is that the second attack is going to deal damage straight to the Nexus. This is not the case if you don't have the Overwhelm. I think some of you who are kind of experienced will understand that, but if some of you who are watching this for the first time and not really sure what's going on, don't worry, everything will make sense later on when I actually get into the run. So do note that these are the items that I'm running, and these are fairly obtainable items. It's not like the couple previous runs where I did the Kayn as well as the Garen run. Those two runs were insane. I had a couple of Curator's Gatebreakers, and yeah, I don't think everybody has triple or double Curator's Gatebreakers. I fully understand that. This is a little bit more achievable, I would say. You should be able to get a Gale Force and a Troll King's Crown, hopefully. Anyway, let's quickly head back out, and we are going to get this adventure started, and let me show you how this is probably going to be one of the more overpowered adventures as well. Right, we are all loaded in, and the first thing to do is... Oh, I see Karma here. I'm a little bit afraid of that, but we'll get to that in a second. What I like to see, first of all, the #1 priority, is to see what we get on the Aurelion Sol. It is level up, which isn't too bad. Unyielding Determination would be far worse. So let's see what are the other champions having. Viego here has level up as well. Karma has... Oh my lord, Karma has Unyielding Determination. I'm a bit concerned about this, I won't lie, but we'll deal with it. We'll get to, you know, we'll deal with it when we get to it. Let's see what Zoe has here. Zoe also has Unyielding Determination. I don't like it. You know, Unyielding Determination later on is not too bad. On the early stages, it could be problematic because essentially you might run out of cards and the AI will probably mill you. It depends, but you know, it could, that is a possibility. Alright, anyway, let's go ahead and just head to the first power node and see what we pick up. Right, we get Game Start Summon 2 Vanguard Lookouts, Round End reduce the cost of the most expensive card in your hand by 1, Allies at +1/+0. Okay, so this is the thing here. This is definitely a really good item, right? Round End reduce the cost of the most expensive card in your hand by 1. But the way I've set up this Diana, okay, the way I have set up this Diana, it actually pays a lot more to aim for anything that will actually boost her power or essentially give her a rally. Now the reason for that is simply like this. Diana is gonna keep attacking every turn, and because of the overwhelm as well as the scout, she is gonna deal a lot of damage, right? So the more consistently we can attack, the much better. Now I know and realize that this is a really good power to have, the black market discount, but Diana itself is a really cheap unit, so I don't think we need it. Hopefully it makes sense later on, and hopefully, you know, it wasn't a stupid decision. Trust me on this one. Okay, let's go ahead and head to Zoe. Right, so we are level 20, we don't have to worry about drawing a Diana. Well, let's just go ahead and reroll some of the units. We are going to take out Pale Cascade, Lunari Priestess, and the second Pale Cascade. We get both of them at the start, which is fine, and we get a Dustbringer, which is great, because this is the way we execute the plan. Okay, we're gonna bring on one of the cheap units.
We were peaceful once.
We'll get the mana refill, and now we bring on Diana.
Find your own light within the darkness. Yours is the light I cherish.
And this is how the strategy works.
Night descends.
Look at how much damage we're dealing. 8, because the double attack is gonna connect after even though this unit is blocked because of the overwhelm. This only happens if you have overwhelm for newer players out there. There we go. And we get to attack again.
Lunari, rise.
Right. So the AR restored health because of the unyielding determination, but it's fine. All we need to do is we just need to replicate this tactic. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna play Dust Petal Dusk.
Temperamental as moonlight.
We get the burst spell. I'm gonna stun it with the Cloven. The Serpent will come on. He wants to drag that, it's fine, we'll let that happen.
We will be free.
Alright, all we need to do this turn is to bring on Diana. So, the main important thing here is Diana must be the one to get Nightfall. Any other units don't get Nightfall, it's fine. Preferably, my preference, I would say, is that Diana or the Lunari Shadestalker, if it comes down to it, but and then followed by the Crescent Guardian. Anything else that doesn't get Nightfall, it's alright. So what I'm going to do is, I'm actually going to play Lunari Priestess. It is a 3 mana drop, but it's fine. We will get a mana refill because of the star power, so we're going to do that.
Find your own light in the darkness.
My flutter friends are so pretty.
Diana on,
Chosen of the moon.
and we've technically won.
Open our hearts to her gentle light. I cannot turn back. Face your heretic.
Ow!
Hearts unshackled. We speak, and they will hear us.
Alright, battle rewards here, but hopefully that was a good example of how, I've set up to play Diana for this particular run. So all we need to do is we just need to replicate this similar aggressive strategy on the Aurelion Sol, and frankly we should be fine. But that is a big if, however. Alright, battle rewards here are not that great. These are all kind of expensive. Winding Light, Nightfall give other allies +2/+1 and Overwhelm this round. Frankly, we don't really need this because Diana is going to give Overwhelm because of the Troll King's Crown, and it's also a fairly expensive unit, so we don't really need it. I think what I am going to do is I am going to pick up the Free of the North, give an ally +3/+4 could be good. That means, of course, more damage for any of our units. Okay, so let's go to the support champion here. We get Swain, we get Galio, and we get Shen. Right, Swain could be a really good pick here, simply because, he is fearsome and he is going to strike the Nexus easily. I am tempted to reroll, however. Galio or Shen? Okay, I tell you what, we'll reroll one time and then we'll see what we get. I really don't want to waste the reroll and see if we could pick up better stuff along the way, so we'll only reroll one time. We get Karma, we get Jace, and we get Swain again. Alright, so looks like we might as well just take Swain. Maybe it's trying to tell us something, so we're gonna pick up the Swain here. And let's see, we have a Chamber of Renewal, we have a Healer Node, and we have a Gold Chest. I think I fancy the Gold Chest more, so we're probably gonna head down to Gangplank. Okay, so I think you know the strat. We are gonna reroll everything. I think we will keep the Free of the North. We will reroll the Ravenous Flock, and we'll replicate that strategy. Unless we draw a Swain, of course, which isn't great. Okay, so there's a chance that we will not get a Diana, but it's fine. The rest of the units should be more than capable of taking on the rest of the deck. Sorry, the rest of the enemies. I am actually gonna put the Lunari Shade. No, you know what? We're not gonna do that because we're gonna give up the elusive. So I'm gonna pass the turn.
Be nothing left when I'm done.
Okay, we'll bring on the Dustbringer here.
Light flowers upon my blade.
We will resist.
We'll put the Free of the North on. Get the Poro and prevent the kill. Can't bring on the Shade Stalker, but it's fine. What we can do is we can pass the turn. We can bring on Shade Stalker next turn. Dust Petal Dust.
Their scent travels on the night air.
Shade Stalker on.
Another moon veil me.
I'll make corpses of them all.
And we'll put Crescent Guardian as well, why not? And as you can see, some of the units in the deck, Diana's deck, is really well equipped to deal with the enemies, even though we don't draw Diana. Alright, so let's go ahead and attack like so. I will drag the 0-1 here, because I want maximum overwhelm damage.
I'll cut my name in
Let the Gangplank block that, it's fine. And we can do a Ravenous Flock and kill it. Nice. Wonderful. Dreadway is a long way off, but it's fine. So what we can do here is, like I said, sometimes we won't be able to trigger Nightfall. So I think we're just gonna waste the Priestess here.
Daylight fades and dusk soothes.
Right, it's okay. Let's put on Crescent Guardian, get Overwhelm.
We were peaceful once. Temperamental as moonlight.
Wow, it steals my Cloven Way. How lucky is that? How lucky is the AI? Extremely lucky.
Heavy pockets, huh?
Okay, it's fine. We can work with this.
I know your true heart.
We'll take, I think, 20-something damage. We'll get 29 health left, I think. Yeah, 28 actually, not 29. But it's still alright. We should have the win here.
Forgive me.
Okay, so we get more battle rewards here. So Sky Shadows, Moonlight Affliction, and Messenger Sigil. Silence 2 enemy units this round. Nightfall, they can't block this round. This is actually really, really good. So I am going to pick this up. So the thing is, you know, even if we don't get a Diana, you should be looking to close out games by at least by turn 6 or turn 5. With Diana, it's of course going to go faster, but if you don't get a Diana, it's fine. We should be able to close out games by turn 5 or turn 6. So for those of you who are trying this campaign for the first time, and you're probably having some trouble with other champions, possibly look into Targon and possibly look into Diana. She should be a good option, I would say. Alright, so Gold Chest and Healer Node. Let's see what our options are. We have Ezreal here and Poppy down here. I think Poppy is fine. Actually no, let's go ahead and pick up the healing node. I think it should be okay. Right, so we have a champion item chest up top. Okay, so then it was a good thing we didn't go down there. So I predicted correctly. Okay, so let's go ahead and head to Ezreal.
Quest accepted.
And cool, we get Diana here. And this is a good start. We can play along with this nicely. We're gonna keep this. Alright, Static Shock is only going to deal 1 damage. It's fine. Let's go ahead and put on a Dustbringer.
We were peaceful once.
Diana here is not great because, you know, she cannot do anything. Let's actually go ahead and put on a Demolitionist, and that way we get some damage to the Nexus.
War Mason, reporting for duty.
You can always bring on Diana next turn. So in this instance, right, where we can't really attack with Diana, it would have been beneficial if we had a rally power. A free attack is also kind of nice because we can take advantage of that. So yeah, definitely 2 things I'm going to keep an eye out for. A rally power or a Diana free attack. In fact, if I'm going to be frank with you, for this particular way that we're set up to play, the only power that you necessarily need, ideally, is going to be the rally. Other than that, it's practically a bonus, I would say. Rally is probably the only power that you should be looking out for. But it's fine, even though we didn't pick it up. We can definitely get something later. Alright, we are going to end the round here. So what I'm going to do here is we're actually going to go ahead and play a Heavens Aligned, I guess. No, let's not play that. Let's actually play Dust Petal Dust.
Temperamental as moonlight.
And we can bring on... I think we can safely bring on Diana here. It should be fine.
Find your own light within the darkness.
Yours is a light I cherish.
Alright, cool. I was a little bit worried because Ezreal has a lot of spells. And by the way, I should also add at this point that the only problem with this build, is removal. So if you're facing, like, you know, it could be a little bit problematic when Aurelion Sol is obliterated and stuff. But if you have a spell shield, or potentially if you can close out the game early, you should be fine. Okay, so let's go ahead and do the same strategy here. We're gonna attack with Diana. Let's drag the Clump Worm here.
Face your heretic.
And there we go, we have the win.
Clear it out. A full moon casts her light across the land.
Excellent, and we do get a spell shield on Diana. I am definitely going to pick this up. And let's see what we get here in the champion item chest. We get a tough +0/+2 and a regeneration. I think we're going to reroll this because this actually can... Diana actually benefits if we could get some power boosts or power buffs, if you will. Alright, let's reroll this one time. And we get a pickaxe. I am happy with that. We're going to take that up on her. Right, let's head to the shop here. We can purchase a power and we get Enfeebling Strike, which isn't that great. I think we're going to reroll this one time. Nab isn't that great. You know what, let's not spend any more rerolls. I want to keep this final reroll in case we get something kind of bad later on. So yeah, let's take on Karma.
Always.
Okay, this is good because Swain can come on early. Karma has 10 mana gems. Remember, we must always recall that. So I think, well, not really recall, but you know, we must always remember that. So I think this should be a good start. We are gonna keep this. Alright, the Karma's gonna get buffed here. It's fine, we'll drop the Swain first.
Master your demons.
My spirit is an unquenchable fire. Ionia speaks through me.
We will block the Karma for certain. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna put a Imperial Demolitionist and we'll deal a little bit of damage to Swain. It's fine. We'll use this as a blocking unit.
We will not stand by.
Let's put the Shade Stalker with the Elusive. And we'll deal 1 more damage to Swain. Just get a little bit more Nexus damage off. It's fine. Cool. So removal is a little bit scary. I don't think this Karma deck has a recall, but if it has, it should still be fine. Diana is kind of cheap. What I will do is... we'll actually play Ravenous Flock here. It's not going to do much, but... you know, just to get the Nightfall trigger. It's fine, it's fine.
The body must thrive for the mind to be free.
This is probably not going to connect, right? Yeah, it's not going to connect. We should have the Nightfall trigger though, right? Yes, we do. Let's actually try to bait out more stuff first. So Diana is kind of cheap. We can really hang back on that. Let's put on the Priestess first. We get an elusive, which is great. Actually, we should have picked up the stun there. That would have been better. My apologies. We'll do that. We'll see if we can do that again. Alright, we can use the challenger to our advantage here. I have a plan.
Sunlight blinds while moonlight reveals.
I have a plan. Trust me, I have a plan.
Threaten, we must take action.
Let's bring this Diana on, and we'll just put it here. It's fine.
Find your path in the dark and follow no false light. Chosen of the moon, we open our hearts to her gentle light.
So the opponent is out of mana, which is cool. We're gonna drag Diana.
Turn back.
We get the scout buff, and I think what we'll do is we'll drag this guy here first.
Face your heretic.
Oh, actually, we don't need to. We can just immediately... wait, unyielding determination. Right, I forgot this karma has unyielding determination. Okay, I think we should still be able to win, though. Let's drag this guy here.
I will be heard.
We'll bring this guy here, and we'll bring karma here. Alright, cool. Just enough.
I will break them.
We speak, and they will hear us.
Alright, so let's see. We get +1/+1 Fury, and I'm a Dragon. This is really, really good to have, especially with the Scout, Challenger, and Quick Attack. So I'm gonna pick this on Diana. But I think you can clearly see the game plan here. So this is definitely I would say, a build that, you know, I would highly recommend if you're trying to beat Aurelion Sol. I think it should be able to beat Aurelion Sol. I haven't tried it out yet, but it should be, by the way things are going. Okay, let's head to the power node. Create a Fleeting Blade's Edge, grant the weakest ally, and when you play a slow spell, I don't like this, we're gonna reroll this. Okay, game start, summon a 2-cost unit from your deck. That could actually be great. Diana is a 2-cost unit, Lunari Shadestalk is a 2-cost unit, Mountain Goat as well as Imperial Demolitionist. These are all 2-cost units though. No, you know what? I think this is what we'll do. We'll go for the weakest enemy. The reason for that is simply because if we have it out the gates here, right? What's gonna happen is that if it summons a Diana on the turn 1, we're not gonna be able to capitalize on the double attack because we can't bring on duplicate Dianas, obviously. So we need to pray that it brings on something else, and I would rather avoid that uncertainty. So what I like to do is I'd actually have to pick up the In My Sights. It could be a bad decision because, you know, I've been making some potentially bad decisions in terms of power so far, but I think it should, you know, become really clear and really apparent towards the end. Alright, this is a Fallen Feline, this is a Spells chest, and this is a Gold chest. So I think out of these, I would prefer to go to the Gold chest, even though none of these are that great ideally. Tahm Kench here, Big Feast, when the foe summons a unit, granted +0/+2. Duplicate, the foe copies the first card they play each turn. Caitlyn is a Power Overwhelming, it should be fine. We're gonna take on the Tahm Kench. Okay, good start, we're gonna keep this. Alright, Heaven's Align. We'll just take up the... I would say the Moonlight Affliction. The Silence could be useful. Get the mana refill. We can bring on Diana here.
Cold and unforgiving as moonlight.
Wow, free attack. Nice.
No more lies.
You might even win on turn 1. Yes, we have win on... We should win on turn 1.
Night descends.
There we go.
Face your heretic. The words of the heretic rang true.
Okay, awesome. We get a Annie here. We get Spacey Sketcher and an upgrade to the Imperial Demolitionist. Now, I won't go for the Annie because I've said this a couple of times. For newer players out there, please take note. This is possibly a bad decision because if you have a certain game plan with a certain champion, you should try to stick to that champion. Now, this is really situational. Sometimes it could be useful, sometimes it could be bad. But for my particular situation, this is probably going to be a bad pick to pick up the Annie. First of all, it doesn't really make sense, and secondly, you know, it would basically reduce my odds of drawing a Diana. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up the upgrade to the Imperial Demolitionist here, which I'm probably going to use more often. Okay, so we have Sejuani, duplicate, and Jhin with the level up. I think we're going to head to the... Okay, I tell you what, we have a lot of gold. We don't really need this, so we're going to head to the spells chest. And these aren't that great. Summon 2 Legion Marauders. Well, stun could be decent, and summon a random champion of my course could also be good. I think we'll pick this up. This should be fine. Okay, so we have Jhin or Sejuani here. I think what I like to do is we're going to take on the Sejuani, because the Sejuani will come on later, and duplicate isn't really that big of a deal, provided we can out-aggress the enemy, and we should be fine. So yeah, we'll take on Sejuani.
Trust.
Okay, we'll get Diana here, Cloven Way and Crescent Guardian. I think I'm happy to keep this. We don't get the attack token here, but it's alright.
This land is ours.
It's fine. We'll drop a Imperial Demolitionist here, use the block. Take a little bit of damage, but it's fine.
Your path ends here.
So we will execute the plan again. Okay, cool. So this is what we can do. We'll stun first, just to draw out the... just to get the Nightfall buff. Well, we get a level 1 Annie because of the champion spell, I believe. The stun gives us a random champion from the regions, which is kind of cool, but not that important. Let's bring on the Diana here.
Ill met by moonlight.
And I think we'll just attack with this. Let's drop the Diana first. We'll drag this for 2.
Face your heretic.
Wow, it's another turn 2 win. Not a turn 1 win, but a turn 2 win.
I will be heard.
There we go.
Did you like that, Tibbers? Wasn't it fun?
Alright, so again, we're not going to pick up Zoe for the same reason I mentioned earlier with the Annie. What I will do is I will pick up an upgrade to the Guile. And we're going to head to the shop. Now let's see what we get here. We get Fixer Upper. Give your weakest ally +3/+3 this round. It isn't great, but we have the gold, so we're going to pick it up. And we have a shop here as well as an item chest. I think we're going to head to the shop. Powers could be important. So Swain, sorry, not Swain, but Viktor with the duplicate, we are going to take him on. Alright, so Pale Cascade free of the North and Imperial Demolitionist. We are going to reroll Pale Cascade, and I think we should be able to keep everything else. What would really work here, like I said, really be the icing on top of the cake, is to get a rally. A rally would be amazing. But it's fine. Let's actually stun this guy here.
What can I say? I'm an adaptable guy.
Okay, I think this is what we'll do. We'll put on... I don't want to kill the Zoe at the same time. Okay, I tell you what, this is what we'll do. We'll just kill this guy, and we'll let, you know, we will probably block with the Zoe. Okay, yeah, that's what we'll do. Or, you know what, let's not block with the Zoe. Or actually, we'll block with the Zoe, it's fine. Diana should be able to take it out. I'm overthinking too much. Viktor will be a while, it's fine. We'll stun again and do the same strategy.
This is glorious.
It's perfectly fine. Get Zoe again. Aftershock, it's alright. And you know what's coming on. Diana.
Cold and unforgiving as moonlight.
And we should be able to get a very sweet victory here.
I cannot turn back. Face your heretic.
Right, let's commit this first. 16 damage, and we get the win. Nice.
Descend. We speak, and they will hear us.
Alright, we get another upgrade to Diana. Support give my supported ally +1/+1. This is not going to be important, and it's not really that ideal. I would have preferred a direct upgrade to Diana, but it's fine. We're just going to keep beefing her up if we can. And let's see what we get from the shop node. From the powers, we have cards to draw cost 1 less this round. Isn't too bad, even though I don't think it's going to be that important. We will still pick it up, however. And I think we can ignore everything else. We're just going to head to the healer node here. Get the 5 health back, and we're going to take on Viego. We're only 30 minutes in, and we're already at the final mini-boss. Yeah, I'm really hope we get a rally, because that way we could instantly get a turn 1 win. Pale Cascade, Crescent Guardian, and Cloven Way. We will reroll Pale Cascade, and I think we can even reroll Cloven Way. We should be able to, you know, keep everything else. We do get our Diana, which is cool, and I think you know what we're gonna do.
The crowd writes the song.
Alright, Seraphine here. As usual, we're gonna stun it. Let's put a Ravenous Flock on. No, that's not gonna do anything. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. We're gonna end the round. I don't want to kill the Fizz, ideally. Okay, so this is what we'll do. Let's put this Demolitionist on. We'll deal 1 damage to the Fizz.
Reporting for duty.
Because it has the +3/+3 from Fixer Upper. It's gonna recall the Seraphine, it's fine.
Don't have to be sharp to make a point.
She comes back, but it's alright. Diana on. And we should win.
Crescent Flame. No more lies. I will be heard.
Okay, we can do a Pale Cascade here. Let's go ahead and do it to Diana, and if we get lucky, we might just get enough to take out the Seraphine. If not, it's fine.
Moonlight guide me.
And wow, we got Radiant Plate Armor. What a timely upgrade. We're gonna commit this, and we should win.
Sorry, Papa.
And there we go.
Night descends. A full moon casts her light across the land.
Okay, and we don't really get good upgrades here to the Battle Rewards because we already have the Troll King's Crown, which is giving everyone Overwhelm, so the Great Club isn't that great. Last Breath Rally could be good though, in case we get a death on the Aurelion Sol. You know, when I mean death, I mean the Diana dies in the Aurelion Sol battle, so I think we're gonna pick that up. Okay, so let's take on the... Let's grab a power here. Please give us a rally, that would be ideal, and we don't get a rally. It's fine. When an ally survives damage granted +1/+1, fleeting counterfeit copies isn't great. Afterlife Forbidden, I don't really like that. We are gonna pick up the Endurance. And we're gonna head to Misfortune, even though she has Unyielding Determination, mainly because I want the shop node here.
Sure you.
Okay, so I think this is kinda alright, because we can't really do anything on turn 1, because again, attack token in the enemy side. We're just gonna accept this then. Right, so what I'm gonna do here is... We're actually gonna stun this guy. Should have dealt damage there, would have been better, but it's fine, it's fine.
I'll shoot the wings off a bilge wasp.
Yeah, we could probably should have dealt damage there and then stun the Crackshot Corsair. Alright, it's alright. Let's actually drop a MP... No, let's not do that. Let's drop a Mountain Goat instead. Doesn't want to attack because, you know, it won't do any damage. Cool. Let's actually cast the Ravenous Flock and kill it. Why not? Since we can. It's a 0 cost, we might as well spend it. Okay, this is the play. Demolitionist onto him.
If they
Onto
don't
the goat.
break, they'll burn. I'm one of the good guys, but not
Diana
that
on.
good. Ill met by moonlight.
Track the Corsair.
Face your heretic.
Boom. And we'll do it again. Let's actually put this guy here. It shouldn't really matter. We should still get the win, I believe. Right?
I will be heard.
Ah, interesting. Okay. The reason is that, you know, we don't have enough mana to actually kill the Diana here. Sorry, kill the Misfortune here. So, it will probably mean that we need to bring on Diana again. Interesting, interesting. So, we're not exactly invincible here. Alright, alright. Okay, we'll still do it regardless, because it's good damage on the Misfortune, and frankly, we should be fine. Because we have a couple of Dianas here too.
Listen.
And of course, I forgot Diana has Rally, so obviously she dies, we get a Rally trigger, and we can actually attack again. Alright, cool, cool. I really need to remember some of the stuff I pick up. I have a terrible, terrible time remembering stuff. Let's see. Moonlight Affliction. Shuffle 2 copies of me into your deck. They cost 1. That could be decent, so we're going to pick this up. Right, and let's see what we get here in the shop. We get Refill Your Spell. Mana isn't the greatest. I really wish I had a Rally here. That would have been an absolute god tier pickup. But it's fine. We'll still get the Sorcery. It's fine. We don't really need any cards, so we're just gonna leave, and we're gonna take on Azir, and then Lee Sin. Azir doesn't have a legendary power for some reason. Interesting. I'm not gonna complain though, we're gonna take it on.
Your loyalty will be rewarded.
I hope this is a bug, because, you know, Azir should have a legendary power. Does Azir have a legendary power? He does not have a legendary power. What in the world? You know what, I'm not gonna complain. Maybe it's a bug in the system. I'm gonna take it. It's gonna mean an easier time for us, of course. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna hit OK. You're happy with his hand? Right, let's put on Dust Petal Dust. Sorry, Nulari Dustbringer, I should say. And then Diana.
Find your own light within the darkness.
And I think you know what I'm gonna do. Oh, interesting. Okay, we need to stun the Azir first, because it's not gonna kill it, and it's gonna kill us instead. Alright, we get a Teemo, which is kind of nice, but let's deal damage with Diana first, and we should get a turn 1 win here. There we go. Alright, so we get an Elusive to the Cloven Way is a really good thing to pick up. I'm not going to be too concerned about anything else, because I think we should be able to easily beat Aurelion Sol, if I'm going to be frank with you. Alright, so we're just going to pick this up. Now let's take on Lee Sin.
Your win.
Okay, we're going to reroll 1 Crescent Guardian, and we'll keep everything else. Get the attack token too, which is really nice. And that means we can instantly get a win here.
Only a fool would enter battle unprepared.
It is fine. We're gonna put the 1 cost Diana.
Find your own light within the darkness. Yours is the light I cherish, Moon Sister.
Let us stun the Lee Sin, and we have to win again. Easy wins.
Night descends.
We don't need the challenge, but we'll still do it.
Face your heretic.
There we go, and there we go.
No more lies. A full moon casts her light across the land.
Alright, so we get more upgrades, and Dolari does bring an upgrade. Cool, we're gonna pick this up. This might be one of the fastest runs here on the channel. So we only have Aurelion Sol left. Let's take him on.
Natural.
Wow, a lot of Dianas here. We're gonna reroll one of them, and I think we should be able to keep everything else. We have the Cloven Way here. We might need to stun because the Aurelion Sol has the attack token. Imperial Demolitionist. I think we're gonna reroll it. Right? No, let's keep it. Priestess, it's fine.
Yup, that tastes purple.
Okay, Lulu, interesting. I think I'm gonna oh crap, why the hell did I play that? Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to drag that. I meant to drag the Guile. I'm so sorry, I meant to drag the Guile. We can still do that, so we're gonna do so. Gonna stun the 8 damage. We'll deal 4 to it. Well, at least it's a good thing, because what we can do here is we can actually play Demolitionist. Can deal 1 to this Diana.
Remember the objective.
It's fine because it will get recalled, so the health, the health penalty doesn't really matter. So let's end the round. Udyr here, but it's fine. Okay, I'll put the Mountain Goat on. It's alright, it's alright. I have a plan. We have the attack token, so we should be in control. And Diana on.
Ill met by moonlight.
Wonderful, we're gonna attack like so.
Face your heretic.
Should be able to play Pale Cascade and get more damage. We'll do that later. Let's go ahead and attack first. No, we're not going to be able to do that later because this Udyr is probably going to block. Alright, fine. So looks like we have to play the Pale Cascade here, I'd say. Play that first.
Moonlight guide me.
Oh, if we had this, we could have easily, silenced Udyr there. Okay, it's fine though. Let's actually
Night descends.
see if we get enough damage here.
I will be heard.
We don't. Or do we? No, we don't. The Udyr is probably going to kill us back in return. I guess what we do is... Wait, we just commit this. Diana has the rally, and then we should be able to get the win, I think. I think so. Okay, we'll let this commit. We have a plan. I totally forget about the rally. I totally forget about the last breath rally. It's fine. There we go, we win. Well guys, as you can see, this is probably one of the easier runs here on the Aurelion Sol campaign. So I think the whole objective really, at the end of the day, my goal is to really showcase to you, especially some of you out there who are possibly struggling with the adventures a little bit. Certain champions are actually much easier to use, and at the end of the day, I think what matters is getting the run complete and basically getting the victory. And as you can see here, we got an quite an easy victory, I would say, with Diana. So, what's the takeaway from this? The takeaway, I would say, is that the Gale Force is an insane item to have, and as well as the Troll King's Crown here on Diana. So for those of you who are trying out there, actually, if you don't have the Troll King's Crown, what you can actually replace this with is that common item that will give an Overwhelm. I unfortunately cannot remember what is the common item's name, but the common item that gives an Overwhelm is also kind of good. And alternatively, if you also don't have that, you could try to pick up something like a Crush power in the run itself. The allies have Overwhelm power. And like I said as well, I wanted to get stuff like a Rally, which would allow us to keep attacking. But unfortunately, we didn't get that. But even though we didn't get that, it was still a really good run. But yeah, feel free to let me know your thoughts. But anyway, we are gonna end things here because we are running out of time. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of the Path of Champions in Legends of Runeterra. And if you did, consider leaving a like as well as subscribing to the channel. Really do appreciate your support. But most importantly, it's so that you don't miss future Legends of Runeterra content or Path of Champions content just like this one. And with that being said, this is Keflo signing off. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for joining me as well. Hopefully I catch you guys in the next one. Goodbye.